Hey everybody, Robbie here at RV Sales of Oregon, showing you kind of a more of a rare trailer than most people will see. This is made by Pacific Coachworks, which is made, I believe, in Northern California. And in my opinion, they are made for the Pacific Northwest, the way they're constructed. Things like they're finished on the outside. Their hardwall feels more like a fiberglass than a regular hardwall. And I'll show you, I have an example inside to show you how the construction's done, but they're just really well built. They're vacuum sealed on the outside into like a styrofoam. And then it's an aluminum frame. They're just incredibly well built, especially for moist areas like the Pacific Northwest. They're going to stand that longevity of the winters and things like that really well. But anyway, let's just get going on it, and I'll show you more as we go. It's a 30. Oh, let me tell you a little bit about it. Pardon me. It's a Pacific Coachworks Tango 31-foot bunkhouse model. Coming in, I'll get you the weight somewhere in this video. I don't have it handy right here. Let me see what's right here. If I remember right, it's about 6,000 or 7,000 pounds. Nope, I'll get it for you, but right, that leads me into your front storage up here. Big passenger storage, probably almost about 3 feet in width, about 2.5 feet in height. Plenty of storage to the point where you can even almost have a roller, because if you load stuff in the middle, you could spend 30 minutes unloading things with all the storage you have there. 4-point stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners of the rig. Up front we have a powered tongue here with a nice little light on it. It does have weight distribution and anti-sway already set up on it, so it's going to come with that. So that's a huge plus just when you're towing. Even if you have a 2-ton truck, it makes it really nice to tow. 2 5-gallon propane tanks here and 2 deep cycle batteries. Right now it's running 6-volt, which I'd recommend sticking with, but you can do whatever you'd like. But there's 2 batteries right behind those propane tanks. Coming along the side, you'll see even the decals. It's just it shows you how well these things are built. Normally decals don't last that long. This is from 2011 and they look like they're new. So it tells you a lot about the way it was cared for. Also tells you a lot about the quality of the coach. Here's our big slide, 3 feet in depth and probably about 12 feet in width. Makes it for a real nice open floor plan in there. To the back here we have our potable water fill, city water connection, Santa Flush for cleaning those tanks. These tanks after you dump them, very, very handy, keeps those smells out. And you have docking lights, docking lights here so you can see what you're doing if you need to do all that stuff at night. 30 amp shore power there. And you have the hollow out bumper for putting in your sewage hose, so that's where that can live. It doesn't have to sit with all the rest of your stuff, which would be nasty. A full-size spare back here, and you do have an outside shower, utility shower out here, whatever you want to call it. It is an observation deck on the roof, so I mean use that with what am I trying to say? Be smart. Don't have 15 people up there. It's okay for 2 or 3 for an observation deck, but it is a walk-on roof. Our water heater is located in the back. This is a rear bathroom setup. It's a 10-gallon gas and electric water heater. And then this is kind of nice. You'll see more about this from the inside. I think it's locked. So passkey here, this is where your bunkhouse is. Even if you're not using it as a bunkhouse, it's really nice having this door because it all folds up, can be really, really good storage, and just leaves the door open for a lot of other options that you can use this area for. But we'll look at it from the inside. Powered awning here. Pretty big one, probably about 16-foot power awning, comes out about 8 or 9 feet. And you have some speakers out here as well for listening to music out in your patio space. One of my favorite things to do when I'm camping is have that awning out, hang out here. You have lights, you have music. We're outside. You know, you camp to be outside, not to hang out inside. Refrigerator exhaust here, and a couple outlets underneath the awning for powering TVs, stereos, if you want to do something more than those speakers there. Furnace exhaust there. It's a 40,000 BTU propane furnace, and we got one really nice little scuff here if you want to get a good look at it. It looks really nice right there. I like it a lot. It's a good touch. Fog light there, fold out steps, other side of our storage. Let's go inside. It does have the pass lock here. This was added on after the fact by the previous owner, but if you forget your keys, you don't want to carry your keys, you can unlock it here. You can also lock it from there. All right, come on in. So a really nice open style floor plan here with good privacy in the bedroom. Let's just start with that. But you have 2 doors on either side of the bed, because at the foot of the bed you don't have a ton of space, so it makes it nice and easy to get around your bed. Obviously, this is not a space you want to walk in. It also gives you the ability to have a full-length queen in here instead of having to go with a shorter RV queen. If you can poke your head around, you do have a TV in here with the Blu-ray player and things like that. So there's TVs on both sides of this little wall here. Nice ceiling vent up top. Windows on both sides of the bed. I always like to point that out because that's how you get good, just, you know, air passing through, pass-through air. And then really nice storage up above the bed. That's pretty deep there. You can probably see this one better. But good deep storage there. And then good deep storage on both sides of these things. I mean, this goes all the way to the front cap. I can barely even touch the wall. And then more storage up top as well. You do have speakers in here as well for that stereo that's built in. It's throughout the rig. It's zoned speakers, so you can play it outside, inside, however you want to do it. And then vented AC, so you're not going to get the rest of the rig cold and not have cold air in here. It's going to be all evenly spaced out. Out in our living room, like I said, we have that other TV on this side, and this is your DVD player, your stereo, Bluetooth player, and you know, radio, all that stuff built into here. It has a headphone jack, USB port, so you can still use that. You know, it's a 2011. This is not that dated. You can still use that very easily with anything you have now. Good counter space in the kitchen here. Kind of has that like not square. You know, it's nice and rounded. Gives you a little bit more space here without it being in your way. Also, for me, I always catch my hip on the corner, so it's nice not to have a corner to catch my hip on. That gets old. Porcelain, doubled-in sink. Good storage throughout the kitchen as well. You can actually access this from both sides. You have things that were maybe just easy to go. Put your snacks right there, then you maybe take before you leave. 3-burner stove by Suburban. And a 16-inch propane oven. And up top we just have our regular microwave. Below the microwave we have lights and a hood fan for getting all that air out of there. Keep it ventilated. Trash bin here, or it's ideal for a trash bin is what it's meant to be. Use it however you'd like, but you drop a bin in there and you can keep, you know, trash bags here. But nice to have a designated spot. And even under here I think it's handy, you know, they have like this little notch here for sponges, things like that you want to keep in the sink, but you don't always want in the sink. Good size storage. You have the built-ins for silverware and more stuff below it. 5 cubic foot, 2-way fridge by Norcold, Dometic. Beautiful fridge, probably by Dometic. Propane electric. So the propane is just, I think it's an absolute. You have to have it. In my mind, it's what keeps it cold when you're traveling, so you can keep your food cold while you're traveling. What a concept. A little bit of like pantry space, use it however you want, but just for like baking goods, maybe that's a good spot for it. And then you have your pantry here, and maybe these can be secured, but they were put in here by the previous owner, and I don't blame them. It keeps things from falling out. But plenty of pantry space. The dinette does turn into a bed here, and you do get some good storage down below it as well on both sides. And the couch pulls out into a bed here. So with these out, you can sleep 2 there. Ideally, I mean, in theory, you can sleep 2 there, 2 here, 2 here. Then you have bunks, 2 here, 1 here. So what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 people. I mean, probably maxed out, but you could sleep, you know, I'd say anywhere from 6 to 9 incredibly comfortably. About this bunk space, let me show you a little bit. So you have the twin bed up top, up here with their own little storage there. Again, they have their own little lights. There's a plug-in on the far side of that cabinet, so this can be used even you know, for teenagers and older kids, or adults will sleep up here fine. It's a long size bed. And then down here we have the full size bed. If you're not always using it, or maybe you're not even thinking you need a bunkhouse, maybe think again, because these can be put away. And that's one thing travel trailers normally don't have a lot of, is storage space. But this right here folds up. You see, it's going to be hard to show from this side, but this guy folds up, gets out of the way, and you just have extra storage space here. There's more storage space under that side, but that door is so much wider than your entry door. I can see where that could come in handy a lot. Again, it can also work as like a trunk. You know, it's the trunk of your car. If you don't have extra space, use it however you'd like, but just kind of handy that if you're not always bringing the kids along or bringing extra people with you, you do have that extra space for storage. Oh, this makes for a good video. Yep. All right. Perfect. You guys got to watch me do that. And while I'm putting these away, I'll point out right behind me, you have the vanity outside of the bathroom, which can be nice, especially for bunkhouse models when you're traveling with multiple people a lot of the time. Someone's in the commode, the sink's available for brushing teeth and things like that. It doesn't stop your morning because someone's in the bathroom. And in the restroom, we do have a bathtub. Probably more of a bathtub for our littler people. I don't know how well, you know, someone over 6 foot's gonna fit in there, but it makes for a really good sized shower. Porcelain step toilet, which is, in my opinion, the best thing you can do. Porcelain because you need it. I think it's way better than plastic. And the step, because nothing really fails with the step toilets. To give you an idea, plenty of space in here. I'm about 6'2" with my boots on. I can get my arms out, get them up. Plenty of space. Again, probably not going to take any baths, but I'm not. But there is a bathtub for the little ones. I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of important stuff. Nice little skylight above the kitchen. I don't have any lights on in here, and you can see what that does for the space. Oh, I did want to show you this. I do have this little sample of the construction of this rig. Again, it's an aluminum frame, incredibly well built, but these are actually cutouts from the windows. But that's what's in between your walls here. So inside of your steel studs, you have like a luan with a really nice, it's a vacuum sealed styrofoam. So that's your insulation. It's going to keep it super duper quiet in here. It's going to keep it warm in here if you want it warm. It's going to keep it cool in here if you want it cool. And then just for longevity, that's a construction that's going to last a long, long time. So really neat. I love that it has it there too, so I can show it as an example. But yeah, no, I mean, I've already kind of laid out my opinion on these. I think Pacific Coachworks, the company that makes this, makes one of the best trailers in the game. So I think this is one of the highest quality you'll find. Doesn't try and dazzle you with a bunch of silly lights and features that you're never going to use. It's just practical. It works really, really well. Does have, you know, a lot of nice features on it, but it's just one of those rigs that can last you a long time. Very comfortable, neutral colors in here, versatile. You could use it if you're one person, you can use it if you're 8. So I'll leave it at that. Again, it's a 2011 Pacific Coachworks Tango 31-foot bunkhouse. No, I'm excited to have it. So if you guys are looking for something like this, a high quality rig that can last the family a long, long time, here it is. So I'm Robbie at RV Sales of Oregon. Thank you all for checking out the video, and I'll see you next time.